There's a danger, though, in this trending push toward building positive thinking and what I consider blind positivity. Positive thinking does lead us toward an improved quality of life. But this brings me to a key term I want to talk about here, and that is quality. You can't overlook this part of the larger picture because there's a lot of different positivity kind of thinking and behaviors that are promoted that don't necessarily align with improving the quality of your interactions or improving the quality of your life. So I like to break this conversation down into two different types of people. While the spectrum is varied and there are lots of gray areas in between here, I want to talk about two distinct ones kind of on opposite sides of the spectrum here. Those being mush makers and meaning makers. So a mush maker are all those smile and good comments only folks. To mush make is to kind of build a mountain atop mushy, feel-good phrases and concepts. It's like a hollow mountain, though. The exterior appears like solid ground, maybe like really beautiful ground, but it's completely empty on the inside. I was thinking recently about this concept when I was talking to someone about ice caves. This is a perfect example of how this mush maker mindset plays out. Where, if you've ever seen an ice cave, it's where a body of water freezes over the top, and somehow, some way, the water either like the waterway opens up and drains that water out, or it evaporates, and now you have this hollowed out space where the body of water once sat, but now because the temperatures are still frozen, you've got that surface layer that's still frozen, and you've got the ground and this where the body of water was sitting, and so you have this kind of like basin with a cover on it, and nothing's left in there. So it's a really intriguing concept to think about, but this whole mush make concept really reminds me of that. It's this hollowed out space where the actual body of meaning, the quality, is gone. It has left the area. This forced positivity, first of all, is not sincere. So some mush makers have memorized all the right catchphrases and they speak into situations, but have nothing beyond that to add any additional meaning. So if you've ever had somebody who's like put this kind of like blanket statement over there or said something that everybody else is saying because it's trending, and then maybe you ask a follow-up question or you make a comment to that, and then there's like nothing. They have nothing left to give you because it really was a hollow comment that they have absolutely no idea or understanding of what it actually means, or they don't care what it means. They just said it in a very insincere way. There's also the mush makers who exemplify false positivity. We see a lot of that running around right now. So they're pretending things are fine when they aren't, for the sake of just staying positive. They even might be those individuals who say those really condemning, dismissive, sometimes insensitive things, comments like, look on the bright side, well, it could be worse, honey, or get over it, stay positive, or there's always something to be grateful for. And it feels awful when we're on the other side of those comments, when we're in the messy middle of our suffering, or when we're really struggling with some kind of negative feelings or a negative situation, and we're trying to be positive, or we're trying to find a way out of it, and that just seems to be something that just kind of feels like it starts to bury us alive.